Okay, so this is the arc of life. Yeah, I don't think we talked about this last week. And or the 4 seasons for life. And I realized that this is a circle, okay, guys, but pretend it's an arc, okay? I don't know how to draw arcs on PowerPoint, so I had to go with a circle. Or maybe they don't have arcs on PowerPoint. So I tried to draw a circle. But pretend it's an arc, okay? Like this, right? It reads, life is like an arc, and it's perhaps comprised of 4 seasons. And the first season is spring, of course. And spring runs from, say, birth till about age 20. And it's a wonderful season in your life because that's when things are born and it's sunny and warm and things are growing and everything is new and wonderful and wondrous and fantastic and incredible. And it's a good, for many people, it's a wonderful season in their life, especially because your parents are taking care of you. They're providing for you. They're providing the housing and food and clothing and utilities and many things, school supplies and all that. So that's a pretty good season. I would say it's a wonderful season for many people, not for all people. For some people, if they're born poor in a poor family or a broken family or dysfunctional family, then it's not so good. But for many people, it's a wonderful season, spring. Okay. Then after spring comes the summer of your life. So not too many of a few of our students are still in the spring of their life, 18, 19, 20, still a few, not too many. Most of you are in the summer of your life. And the summer season probably runs from, let's say, 21 to 40, roughly, okay? And during the summer of your life, it's pretty warm. It's kind of hot. Actually, it's very hot, like our summers here in California. And people are getting married and having children, and they're starting a family, and they're get a job, and start a career. Maybe they buy their first house, and it's a very hot season. A lot of things are going on in the summer of your life. I think more than spring, in terms of activities. And but it's still a good season. It's a kind of hot and kind of challenging, but it's a rather good season for many people, maybe most people. Okay, and then somewhere maybe during maybe towards the end of the summer of your life, or maybe sometime during the fall season of your life, you will probably reach the apex of your life, meaning you will reach the height of your career and the height of your earning ability and things like that. Probably somewhere there, probably towards the end of the summer of your life, or maybe during the fall of your life, you'll hit the top. And that's it. Okay. Then the next season of your life is the fall season of your life, or autumn. I use fall because it's shorter. It's easier to pronounce. Autumn is kind of hard to pronounce, the way it's spelled, autumn. And the fall of your life, or the fall season of your life, probably runs like, say, from age 41 to 60. And during the fall, it's starting to get cold, and it's not hot anymore, and like summer. And the leaves on the trees are changing colors. They're turning brown and red and orange, like that. And your hair starts to change color, starts to turn white. And then the leaves in the trees fall off the trees, as you know. Okay, and the hair falls off your head too. Okay, especially if you're male. Women lose their hair too, but not as much as men. For women, it's perceivable, but it's not noticeable. You have to really focus to see women losing their hair. For men, for many men, it's very noticeable. Some men become bald, completely bald. They have no hair, like a baby. In this season of your life, you're starting to head downward in your life. You're on the descending part of your life. So the first part of your life, which is spring and summer, is very difficult because you're kind of going up this hill. You're trying to come up the hill, and it's very hard. You're getting education, getting a job and a career and money and maybe cars and house and spouse and children and refrigerator, washer, dryer, whatever, all these things, right? And it's very hard. the first half of your life is very hard. It's sunny, it's warm, it's pleasant, but it's very hard. It's very hard. And then once you get to the fall of your life, hopefully you've been successful, but now you're starting to hit downhill in this arc. Okay, and in the early part of your life, because you're heading up the hill, it's hard, but it seems like it's very long. You feel like, wow, life is so long. When I was an elementary school teacher, one of my fifth grade students told the class, life is so long, right? But he was a fifth grader, right? Once you get to the fall season of your life, the days start to accelerate. Like, you know, when you're in elementary school, you just look at the clock to see when school is out. At least I used to do that. I used to say, oh, it's only 12. Oh, it's only 1, like that. I thought it was eternal. the class room day was eternal, right? But once you get into the fall of your life, you start to see the days fly by, and the weeks and the months and the years, like that, because you're heading south, right? And then eventually you will probably get to the winter of your life. And that probably runs like from 61 till the end of your journey here. And during the winter of your life, it's pretty cold, you know. And you probably notice that people who are in the winter of life are usually wearing, especially men, they're wearing vests, like sweater vests or sweaters or things like that, because not as much energy is coming out of your body anymore. Your body has begun to cool down, as opposed to, let's say, spring. As a little boy, I grew up in Chicago. And I remember during the winter seeing some of these little boys out in below 0 temperatures in the snow, wearing shorts, a t-shirt, and no socks or shoes. That was, to me, I couldn't do that, but it was unbelievable. But you see that they're out there, no problem. But not an older person. Older persons cannot easily do that. You probably get sick, right? Because there's not that much heat coming out of your system anymore. So you have to wear a sweater or a jacket, like this, most places or many places. Right? Also, during the winter of your life, for a lot of people, their hair turns completely white, totally white. They don't have any pigment in their hair anymore. And during the winter of your life is a time to start closing the books. Some people write their memoirs. People start to put things in order, to tie loose ends, and to get ready for, well, many people, unfortunately, many people eventually become ill, and they need, especially women in the United States, they need assisted living first, where somebody comes to cook for them or helps to bathe them or makes the bed for them, like that. And then many older folks need long-term care, where they move into a facility and they're being cared for by caretakers, sometimes nurses, sometimes doctors, sometimes paraprofessionals. Okay, so that's kind of the way it goes. Okay, so the next part of the slide asks you to please explain how this applies to you and to your life. In other words, tell us where you are in the arc of life right now, and how's it gone so far? How's this journey been for you so far, and how do you hope it will be in the future? Like most of you, the average age for a college student in California is 27. So that means most of you are in the summer of your life. So you can tell us about the spring and the summer. And then how do you hope the fall of your life to be, right? And how do you hope the winter of your life to be? Right? Like that. A lot of Americans move to Arizona because Arizona is very hot. So when they're older, right, they say, I'm going to Arizona because it's always hot here and I don't have to suffer so much. Okay, let's go next slide.